Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. And the shot! And that has fair fizzed. Nicked it back promptly. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It's a good 35 yards out, this. Great vision. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where defending is an art, he's brilliant going in both directions, and he's got an impressive assist tally, and he's got solid defensive numbers too, so he really does make that left side his own, whether he's at left back or as a wing back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Stood up well to him there. Foyt. Driven forward. Now then, the ball's come loose. Now it's Szoboszlai. That's a good ball. Mbappe! They've scored! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rafael Leao plays it in. And he's there to clear it. Oh, that was vital. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That is good alertness. Now it's Yamal. Van de Ven. Looking tidy in possession here. Big chance! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has, really satisfying performance. Just the keeper to be... He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Strokes it back. Szoboszlai. Zakaria. Tries to play it through. That's a shade optimistic. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Yamal. Zakaria.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's in a great position here. And that's a good ball. And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here. And they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
No mistake! Rodri. Melbourne City finding their passes. Yamal is onto this. Shapes to shoot! Oh, they could be caught out here. Kimmich. Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space here. He's onside. Lovely ball and a real great chance. They've scored. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. How very smart. He just got it right.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Japan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham. Osimhen.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. He's played it back.
Modern football.
A header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And there's the end of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Melbourne City head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Substitution for Japan. Number 37, Van de Ven. Number 13.
Here's the start of the second
Osimhen.
half.
Number 7, Rafael Leão. Coming on the field, number 9, Nuno
Oh, it's a promising
Mendes.
build-up, this. Plenty
Number
of really nice
25,
passing.
number
Mbappe.
22, Kostic.
Kimmich. That's Weghorst. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kostic. And it's Mendes. Well seen, saw that coming. Now it's Lukaku. Now it's Mbappe. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Japan needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he welcomes it in, and he's cut it out. Kimmich.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Foyt spots it and intercepts. Kimmich. Knocks it into space. Kostic. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Kimmich. 60 minutes played. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Yamal looking for the run. And this is Lukaku. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's had it nicked away. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
DiMarco. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Zakaria. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Kostic. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Substitution for Japan. Number 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 4, Bellingham. Number 3, Zakaria.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Number 17, Robert Lewandowski.
Melbourne
Number
City
8,
do have options available on the bench
Number
if they want to
16,
go that way.
Rodri. Substitution in progress.
Can he get it through? 75 minutes played.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Terrific header! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Weghorst. Lewandowski. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Greenwood. Greenwood. And he's forced to go back. Pinches it off him. And here's the chance to counter. Threads one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba. Looking for options for movement. Shoots! It's in! And what a climax we have here!
Lewandowski really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Japan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Deep into stoppage time. Nuno Mendes. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive moment. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Melbourne City couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. That's been cut out, well played. That's a sharp pass. Gently done. Driving forward, while facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Van der Ven calmly anticipates. Now it's Osimhen. And it's gone back to the keeper. Szczesny sends that a long way. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps, and we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Rafinha, now it's Rafinha. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Foyt.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. It's a promising position. And he shoots! And he's done it! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Melbourne City have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's following up! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Point-blank header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Paris Saint-Germain have their third corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Rodri. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Opts for safety. He's played it long. Nice header! Harmlessly behind. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Tries a definite... He gets big! will be livid with himself.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Szoboszlai. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Dimarco makes the interception. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's through, now is he in? Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance. Çalhanoğlu! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
Oh, that's well spotted. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's made its way to him. Shot a goal! They've done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Melbourne City are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Votre attention, chers spectateurs. Je vous rappelle qu'il est strictement interdit de fumer en dehors des zones prévues à cet effet. Merci de votre compréhension. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 21. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 22. Changement.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Up towards the front line, and Dijk cuts it out. And he's being shifted off it. Looking to play him in. Forwards and with intent. Melbourne City do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Szoboszlai. Now Dimarco. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Konate. Mbappe might just make this. Rodri. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Haaland, looking for the run. This looks promising. Can he finish? It's in! And again they hit the front. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
So nearly the perfect ball. Melbourne City perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Mbappe! And that has been cleared. Now this could be a chance. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's a delicate pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Van de Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Kimmich. And here's Haaland. Haaland stood his ground strongly. Crosses it in here. Corner then.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 45, le numéro 10, le numéro 8. À leur place, le numéro 18, le numéro 19, le numéro 9. Changement en cours.
That's really well cleared. Has a look and plays it forward. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
It's a searching pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. DiMarco. Van de Ven. Oh, can he get onto this? And he welcomes it in. Alvarez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's Kimmich. Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. Brilliantly cut out. And it's De Bruyne.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That looks a good ball through. Great chance! And that would have won it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Attention, changement.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Aims beyond the defence. It's a good-looking delivery.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Now that's well seen too.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Rodri. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Çalhanoğlu really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
De Bruyne. That has been slung wide. He's on it, can he get away? And that is expertly dealt with. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was good, a terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive moment. Melbourne City. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your Commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
He's got full. Now, who's going to be first to this? Now, looking to orchestrate a counter. Turns back here, probably the best option. And the keeper's got it again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery.
Can he finish? There it is! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Lukaku. And here's Yamal. Lukaku. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kimmich. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Davis tries looking up for options on the left. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Lopez. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Knocks it into space and reclaimed it in a trice. Delivered in. Climbs up big! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Melbourne City leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That is a great pick out. Rodri clears it away. In again. It's a mighty effort! Off the bar! Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Davis. Looking to play him in. Vermin! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, important interception. Great vision. Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Mbappe!
Melbourne City really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now there's a fine ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's tidy. Çalhanoğlu, can he spark a counter here? And it's Davis. Oh, nicely intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, that's a fine interception. Branthwaite is there to clear. Davis, that is ended up in no man's land. It's a threatening ball. Fermin. Rodri. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Chers spectateurs,
How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Melbourne City head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. That gets things going for the second half. Melbourne City carrying a 1-goal lead. And the pass is intercepted. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And here's Davis. Osimhen. Caught offside that time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Kimmich tries to play it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Rodri is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Çalhanoğlu. Kimmich. Szoboszlai. Mbappe is onto this. Mbappe. Still just the single goal between the sides. Çalhanoğlu. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Szoboszlai. Melbourne City looking to pass their way through. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's gone forward. Tries to pass it through. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Mbappe. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Now it's Lukaku. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Branthwaite defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Lukaku. Nicely weighted ball, brilliantly cut out. Just about up to 75 minutes. Çalhanoğlu. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's through here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Foyt. Pinches it off him. Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react. Mbappe. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Now it's Mbappe. Szoboszlai. Nuno Mendes. For Szoboszlai. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's straight offside.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
We have
45.
got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 6. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 20. Le numéro
Nuno
32.
Mendes.
À leur place, le numéro
And he's been
18.
shifted off it.
Le numéro 19.
I think we're just
Le numéro
about done
21.
here.
Le numéro 99. Le numéro 9. Le numéro 7.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Konate gets good distance on it. Oh, they could break here.
Temps
Now that's well
additionnel,
seen too.
1 minute.
De Bruyne. Now it's Rafinha. Zambo Anguissa. He's had a shot! And he's heaved it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thiago Silva. He's a player who doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at all, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's technically gifted, and very comfortable in possession. What I particularly find impressive about him, though, is his consistency and his reliability. He just never seems to make a mistake. Opposition strikers could be in for a hard time of it today.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. That's a delicate pass. Eto'o. Azar. Now it's Lewandowski. That's a good ball out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great vision. Haaland! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Melbourne City with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Ferdinand gathers from the goal kick. Pirlo looking to play him in. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Stood up well to him there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Haaland. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Eto'o. That's a little off target. And it's Pirlo. Azar. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Haaland is onto it. It's Eto'o! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Ruben Neves. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, can he get onto this? Adams. Ruben Neves. Cruyff. He has a look up. And a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Could be danger here. Rice. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, that's neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Messi. He's having a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Haaland. And here's Messi. Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Tries to play it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Shot could be... Chance for a shot! And he's done it! A goal at a really telling moment. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Lahm delivers. It's a mighty effort! He's scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No. Haaland! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The less said about that pass, the better. Pedri is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's been cut out, well played. Pressing high and with purpose. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a pretty loose pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Barella. Passes short and sharp. And he's on his way! Ferdinand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Searching pass he's played there. And he's straight offside. That has ended up in no man's land. Yeah, he's fouled him there. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ekitike. Now, can they get him away? Gattuso deals with that comfortably. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's surging through. Eto'o. It's Eto'o! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Played with speed from back to front.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Nicely weighted ball. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Messi considers his options.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Played back in. That's an excellent interception. Just eases him off the ball. A lot of space. Goes for a shot! Goal! That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Melbourne City are in front now. The game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the shot! He's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Ferdinand cuts it out. And it's lofted through here. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Cruyff. Passing nice and neat. Haaland is onto this. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Melbourne City with the corner. They're first. That has been knocked clear. Celtic have the chance to go the other way. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off.
It's Eto'o! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 2 then. Climbs up big! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Celtic looking to pass their way through. Defending was strong and firm. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Nice interception, well timed. And the first 45 minutes are up. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Melbourne City really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Melbourne City have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. And here's Barella. Barella stood his ground strongly. Rijkaard. Cruyff. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Now it's Mbappe. Bergkamp. Now he's off and running. Ekitike. Ekitike! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Celtic certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He's got tall. Oh, denied at the last. Haaland could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Vardiol. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Ekitike driving forwards. He's had it taken off him. A header!
Melbourne City couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.